Okay, this is Coach D. Wanted to walk you through how to use the um, broad market analysis and sector analysis. So here we kind of look at that 20-year seasonal guide, and you look at the where we are from transitioning from November through December. Very bullish time of year on average. So we're kind of looking at that bullish time of year, watching to see if that extends. That's the typical, over the data. Two best sectors are utilities and industrials in December. So we've been in basic and industrials, basic materials and industrials. Utilities are coming off of rough Novembers, but they have usually very good December. So we're going to take a look at the utility sector and see how that works out and kind of keep an eye on those. So that's the general idea of how to use that. And here I've got let me go ahead and maximize those out. Let's go ahead and maximize these here, kind of run through it. Okay, so what I'm seeing here on basic materials is kind of a forming cup and handle. Look for some strength. It could give it up, but I expect to see it run through. So looking cautiously bullish there. Let's take a look at the energy sector. Has been one of the rougher sectors, and just kind of looking at it here, you got big drop into a consolidation. That's kind of bear flaggish. It can certainly power through, but we can watch it reverse. So you have to keep an eye on that one. It's not one of the better performing sectors this time of year, so kind of move on to that. Okay, financial sector really looks kind of like inside consolidation. Can go either way. I'd look for sector leaders for any bullish maneuvers. Look for some of the dogs on the bear side. Okay, so the industrials we expect to do relatively well, and again, this is just a seasonal idea. Trading above the moving averages, it's above support resistance, it's in an uptrend. Needs some confirmation to the upside, but look again for industry leaders. Okay, tech can be a little soft, but tech's been what's leading the market this year, and it also has kind of an inside consolidation, but almost cup and handle like, and in an upward trend above moving averages. If it clears those highs, we could see tech run. So I'm cautiously bullish on tech. Okay, consumer staples. We're seeing some slowing momentum. So we see it run, drop, run. That's kind of a slowing momentum pattern. It is above its moving averages. We'd expect to see consumer staples do well this time of year on average, but it's slowing down, so I'm watching out for a correction. Utilities are coming off of some bottoms, so we expect the utilities, in this particular case, I'm expecting them to reverse, and so we actually look at it long term. It's in a big primary trend zone, big support resistance neighborhood as well. But because it seasonally does well this time of year, I would look for both electric and natural gas utilities. We're looking for it to reverse up. And kind of intermediate target, but looking for some good performance off of that bottom. So I'm going to look at some utility stocks, best stocks in the sector, low PE ratios, etc., etc. Healthcare, putting in a big bearish engulfing today. And it's got an established top below the 200 period moving average. Big pop, little pop. That's slowing momentum. It's in a trend line. Watch out for trend line violation. It can power through, but it may consolidate it in here before it does that. Consumer cyclicals have been running strong into, and we'd expect seasonally for them to do well this time of year. Looking for it, it's got to form a cup and handle for me to want to buy into it. I'd be a buyer above the highs, otherwise watch out. It's above all those moving averages. But from those of the group, definitely like the ones that the market suggested. I like the utilities off the bottom. Let me come back into those utilities here. Let's go in and let's go load up a couple of years worth of data here, just so you can see it. So it's coming off of the bottom. Here's the primary uptrend we're talking about. Primary uptrend, big support resistance neighborhoods, and inside consolidation. And this is kind of seasonally when it takes off. So here it is. Look for the end of the year, and you're going to see some bullish performance in that. End of the year, bullish performance, bullish performance, bullish performance is typically what it does this time of year. So I'm expecting it to run up and test those highs. So that's what we're looking at on utilities again. And then the industrials, let's just pop that out here. I'm definitely seeing it above the 200 period moving average. However, it's got a bit of slowing momentum on it. So those tops are slowing down a bit. You can see it slowing down between those peaks. Higher lows still. Big support resistance neighborhood above the 200 period moving average. Look for a test, but if it's going to run, it's going to have to, I think, retest off of that. But otherwise, looking pretty good. Hopefully this is helpful. Sector analysis, Coach D, TackleTrading.com.